Hello and welcome to chapter 190 of our streaming adventure. Today we will be playing a wheel league. A wheel league is the incentive I have for subscribers and resubscribers to give me either a single card strategy, archetype, or format they'd like to see me play. And we spin the wheel and it comes up, and then I get to interpret how to play that. So last time around, we spun up archetype Snow. Well, the powerful card is banned in Modern. Legacy, or no, did it got banned in Modern and Legacy. And Standard, while we considered Standard, I have so little format knowledge, I didn't think it was necessarily made sense to try that. So, in talking with the Discord, renowned deck builder, brewmaster Chubby Rain gave me a couple different varieties to pick from, and I chose this one because it was Bant colors and Snow is white, and I felt it was just appropriate. I don't know if that's necessarily why. Looking at the two of the list, the other one had black, it had Leovold and things like that. I think Swords to Plowshares is powerful, and I like Teferi. Rest in Peace seems like a sweet one too, so maybe I leaned myself there inadvertently, but I figure we give it a shot. I can't necessarily say how I expect it to perform because I don't know how I expect it to perform. Especially because yesterday's stream was our 1 year anniversary, and I played a deck that was 1 year old, and I managed to get a 5-0 trophy with it. So, what do I know about valuation in Vintage? So let's give it a spin. Jumping into a Vintage league with our Snow deck. And the dogs are barking at something. I mean, it seems like we have a decent selection of cards, maybe. Is that can handle different archetypes. I don't know. Here we go. Round one. On the draw. What do we have? We have mana and astrolabes, and I don't know how much more I can ask for, so I'll keep. I like how Astrolabe is kind of like a cantrip. Like, it's not playing Preordain, but it does certain things. A Mox here facilitating Lavinia will be interesting. Because I think Lavinia has the power to be pretty impressive. We're only playing one of them. Might as well be greedy. Okay. 6 cards from them. Ancient Tomb. Mox. Mana Crypt. Lavinia would have been saucy here. Chalice on X equals 1. Well, those are some nice astrolabes, idiot. I think that's fine. We could use Oko to turn off the Chalice and unlock astrolabes. All spells costing 1 more means that the Lavinia is turned off, which is annoying. Maybe we can kill him with Mana Crypt. That'd be sweet. Chief of the Foundry, huh? I have a dead Flusterstorm here, so I'm going to cash that in. Imagine if we could steal. Oh, won the flip. That's BS. Walking Ballista. Okay, we're working our way up to... We could have a Lavinia or a Skydiver potentially next turn. I think we lead with the Skydiver because the Skydiver can try to steal the Ballista first. And then Lavinia can come in and mop up. You know what I mean? Oh, I can't currently... This costs 3. I can't kick it yet. Okay, so if I start with a Skydiver, so here in my head, I was going to gain control of it, but I forgot that the Chief of the Foundry bonus is only applying to his creatures. Maybe I should have stole the Mox Jet. Can we sneak in? I would say we sneak in and Oko attack. That'd be pretty sweet. So, can no longer cast Oko. Now, these cards are all rendered inert. Oh! I should have been paying attention. Are they choosing tails every time? It appears they might be. We're just racing crypt flips here. Why would you go away from tails? You can try that one. Oh, clever. They paid mana, so Lavinia didn't stop them. That is very clever on your part. Come on, Crip. Come on, Crip. Why would Tails never fails? Why would you ever go away from it? I don't know what to tell you. So aggro shops from them. Based on aggro shops, I would say Force of Vigors. I would say Nature's Claim, maybe. Let's see how much stuff comes out. Flusterstorms out. Veil out. Missteps on the way out. Mindbreak Trap, Misdirection. We're getting leveraged the other way where we might have to bring more stuff in. Supreme Verdict could get us an out if we can cast it, but maybe we can buy time with the Force of Vigors. Otherwise, swords and blockers and steal your boy. I think the Narset is weak. The Narset is weak here, but otherwise, I don't know. Narset will reveal Oko, and then everything will be great. What else could they have? Could they misdirect? They could have Mindbreak Trap. That doesn't do anything for misdirection. I'm just thinking out loud, which would make sense because I'm streaming. Oh no, I like to keep to myself and get hands like this, whatever the crap this is. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of swords since Force can deal with most of the stuff on their side anyway. And if I'm allowed to lead Ponder, do I have I have to have basics, right? I have basics, but they don't do anything yet. So I would love to draw land here. I believe I have two islands, forest plants. So do I care about a 2/2? I'm going to say no. 4, 5. We could get to... Would make them burn 1. Is that the right one? Yikes. Yikes. I have some protection, I guess. They can't currently pump Ballista large enough. Go, Oko. They could activate, swing both, deal all the damage to Oko, throw the Ballista at Oko. And then I'm just living at the top of my library. Yeah? Nice draw. More workshops from them. Why would you play Mana Crypt? You have to have another big X spell. There's no other reason. 5/5 Ballista? Okay. Not much other reason for you to play that Mana Crypt out after he killed you the first time. Come on, Mana Crypt, all the way. It's betrayed me already. Just drew another one off the top. It's pretty good. That's probably why you put him in your deck, I'm sure, but... Are they going to ping from the correct one? They did ping from the correct one. Nice. Take it. See if we can bait the Wasteland, maybe? I think we obviously go after the bigger one. I'm not entirely sure. I think we're still dead. We go to 11. No, we go to 10. They wake up, attack, 6, shoot for 4. Or This also works. Pump. Attack for 5, shoot for 5. Either one, we're dead. We're dead regardless. This one just makes them click more. I will take the effort to write down the L, because we did. Alright. So, anything worth changing? Not that I can think of. They just had lots and lots and lots of ballistas, which make the Ice Fangs a lot less impressive. How underwhelming is that? I'll keep this. And what, that? Faster. Theoretically, this should have been the forest to have Nature's Claim available. So I just messed that up. Is there a way to 2-cost ballista? Okay. I could pay 1 to trade for these 2. I'm just thinking, instead of throwing it away, what if I retain the later services of a hard cast Force of Vigor? Let's strip their Mishra. So we'll go this, this, this. No. Play. Hit. And let's see if we can keep them maybe under their own sphere a little. We know what we're drawing. I don't think anything could have helped that, but now it's a mystery. It could be anything. Reasons to play it now. I'm not coming up with too many because of the cost. Interesting. I like the idea of these hard cast forces. Oh, Sky Sovereign is such an amazing card. Get a basic. Stacked that wrong. So we still have Force and Negation available to us in a pinch. I think the bigger thing is, will we be able to... We could always hard cast this Force of Vigor again. Land. 3 creature. Alright, so the Mystic Sanctuary now could buy back swords, could buy back Force of Vigor. I think I'm more likely to keep the Teferi than keep the... Yeah, that resolves. So currently, they could go all in on this Uro. Okay. That is a lot to take down the Uro, but I accept. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total mana. Crack one. We still would need one more. That's even if I want to draw it again. I feel like I could almost just sit back on. Phyrexian Revoker. What left is there to get? Mystic Sanctuary. Mystic Sanctuary will target Force of Vigor. So, knowing that I'm going to draw another one. Not bad, not bad. Go, 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 Astrolabes. Alright, that's one. Cheers to us. It does feel like Chops there is going to be generally aggro, and once I have Force of Vigor that I'm able to rebuy with Mystic Sanctuaries, as long as I am willing to cast the one card for two, not necessarily have to do the pitch element of it, I think that ended up working for us. The quick, I'm trying to think which game it was where the Chalice on one restricted a lot of cards in our hand. I feel like we won that one. It was the other one where I got constrained on what I had and kind of played out my whole hand. And then where was I? We had both run out of resources effectively, and then they started drawing 5/5 ballistas off the top, which is pretty good. It would have been nice to have Force of Vigor in that pinch. Couldn't have cast it, but yeah, who knew? Force of Vigor, hell of a card. The only pitch force that puts you even. Is that true? Force of Will, Force of Negation. I guess I can't picture all of the other. Well, okay, the new blue force, 2 cards trading for their 1. I honestly, the green one is good. The white one, is the white one like the Anthem effect? Force of nature. That's Force of We sort by set and collector number. Okay. Force of Virtue. You're trading 2 cards to pump your team. Force of Despair, depending on how many cards came into play, that could be put you ahead. And Force of Rage, that's not worth 1 card, let alone 2 cards. Sorry. Case in point, Force of Vigor is good. I think that is not anything, especially in a format like Vintage, that you are going to have more stray targets to hit. If that makes sense. Moxes and stuff like. I think that's why this Thieving Skydiver is especially interesting. If we could play this at 0 and just snipe Moxes, that would be amazing, right? I think that's probably why, because that's not fair. It does say X or less, so we can, for 3 mana, we could steal a Soul Ring. There's a lot of stuff that we guess we don't want. I don't want your Mana Crypt. Kidding me? And maybe I didn't kill them as much as Mana Crypt killed them in the first game. I'm gonna take the W. Don't get me wrong, but Mana Crypt did most of the heavy lifting in that first game. And by heavy lifting, I mean it's what they did. All right, I have won the die roll. I can't do anything with it. Oh, the big, powerful turn 2 Sylvan Library. I guess I have Mind Break Protection-ish. I'm on the draw. This hand, play versus draw, is also 2 different things. That makes sense? So we probably need a tropical out of this. Like that. That'd be a good one. Alright, that's 1 spell. I feel like I almost have to catch Mindbreak Trap on the first good thing. That's 2 spells. So whatever they get, we just trap. I mean, that's really underwhelming. Whatever. If you're going to offer it to me for free, I'm going to play it. I'm expecting an Ancestral in response here. Ooh. Paying cost. Days. Okay, they had the Ancestral anyway. Decided to not play it, which is good. I think they probably had the Deathrite in hand. Demonic Tutored for Ancestral. And I think smartly didn't play the Ancestral, used their remaining black mana just to get it out there. Mox, Leovold, Blowout. If they do that, I need to quickly put a pause in my own upkeep. Okay, I have to be careful about, quote, calling it. Nope, just straight Abrupt Decay. That happens too. All right, thoughts on... Okay, Narset's not legal. We could Uro in hopes of finding something. I kind of want to do the Caracas trick with Uro. They could very well have another Abrupt Decay, have another Assassin's Trophy. I think there's more value in the Caracas shenanigans here, because I don't necessarily have the fuel to pull it right back. But I think that's why it was relevant maybe for me to pull the trigger on that Deathrite Shaman, although I think I was just main deck Force of Vigor. Okay. I mean, we just extolled all the virtues of it. It's not like we're surprised that it's good. That's bad. Okay, yeah, that thing's gonna kill me. Yeah. I mean, I don't really believe I'm able to... Well, I guess, okay, if they want to sit there, if they want to sit and attack Oko, I guess that's fine, right? That's true. If I just sit there cranking them out. What I'm wondering is, okay, if I +2 go to 7, attack down to 4, or do I make a 3/3 and attack? If I make a 3/3 and attack, that'll put me at 3, but then I don't necessarily have another one. So I think I am going to tick up there. And I think I'm going to try to distract him with something else. Hey, I got this Teferi. Do you want to attack this Teferi? And then Oko, I can start making aggro creatures. Well, as aggro. My thought was that if I made a 3/3, this would only be at 6. But now that I explained why I wanted this at a higher total, I guess it doesn't truly matter. What cost are they paying? Tarmogoyf. Okay. That's cute. I can block this and bounce to my hand. Maybe I should have bounced the death rate. Because then I guess that lets me do Uro tricks. I'm more curious, how many turns will this true name will have attacked, and I would not be dead yet. I'm sure I have a plan somewhere. It involves playing that. Is it worth cashing in? Is there a dead planeswalker yet? No. Come on, green source. Deck check. Not sure. Oko has been defeated. It's a nice draw. I mean, Black Lotus lets me play multiple green spells next turn. I guess I could Lotus for blue and deploy this to Fairy. Wow, that's not even good. All right, we got him to 8. So they're still holding Tarmogoyf that we know of. What have I revealed? I have revealed a Lotus on my side. I need all that sweet, sweet green mana. Tarmogoyf resolves. True Name swinging in, or is True Name too scared? Gonna stay home. Yep. Just Planeswalker killer. I almost let that resolve too. That would have been bad. All right, so pick it up. There's got to be a dead creature, right? There's no dead creatures? Nice. Is it worth blue? No. I would say no. So they would have to deploy the Tarmogoyf we know about. Nope. Nope. That's how you be a true name. We attack around it. I mean, the thing attacked us 17 times, so... So... I feel like Mindbreak Trap out, Supreme Verdict in. Because I don't think the battles we're gonna get into are Mindbreak Trap battles. We've already got Veil. I've got 2 Flusters. The question is, do I want more than 2 Flusters? Soul Guide's not bad. I think Misdirection has the chance to be slippery, and I like it. I don't want Rest in Peace if I'm going to do my own Uro-ing. I could see cutting 1 Fluster just due to the amount of creatures and Planeswalker type effects they have. The Fluster on a thing is not so bad. Or I should say Fluster on a thing is not so good. Opponent said evil Lavinia and Teferi. They were working in harmony there. They're mulliganing. I feel like we don't really have... There's no stability here. Because if I'm going to go one way or the other with this... It is 2 mana. I'm greedy. See? Greed always works out. I don't know what you guys were worried about. This could get green. Who plays strip mine, honestly? We have strip mine Palooza here. If they pull the trigger on something, I think I have to cash in strip on their strip to... Oh, you jerk. That is a jerk move. We're just going to stare at each other. Okay. They don't play Stifle, right? Does Bug play Stifle? I'll feel pretty stupid. Start the beats. I realize we have no counterspells here. Just want to free up. Paying some costs. This could just be an Oko. We don't really have answers. That is potentially worse. I think we established I only have 2 islands in a forest, so this can't get another one. This could go get... If I swords, they draw a card. My veil is turned off. They're up a card on that. That doesn't seem like it was good. That does seem poor. One, two. So Abrupt Decay. I could make this miss. Alternatively, I just make it miss that way, and I draw a card. They can't respond as long as Teferi's around, right? Yeah, okay. So that gives me protection. I think it makes sense that I got Teferi in play for purposes of okay. So they're still going to get their draw. Get Tundra here. We'll Astrolabe. We'll Time Walk. We'll attack. One, two, three. Go, Bant! Alright. Go, Bant, go. Go, Bant, go. So the lack of, or I should say, the value we were giving the Leovold there, I think I played it poorly by using Teferi first, because the Teferi plus on it drew them a card, and then the Swords plus drew them another card. But I think Teferi's protection in play of they can't fight back allowed us to fight the Abrupt Decay, which could have been worse news for us. And then once Teferi was sticking around in play, we were able to play out the stuff, do Time Walk, and potentially we should have got to the point where we could have fetched. We Time Walk, fetch to put Time Walk back on top to draw it. As long as I didn't mess that up. So on the draw, I don't know, is Flusterstorm any good? On the draw, that just makes this harsh. Especially no fetch lands to feed the Uro. I mean, how you lose? Tundra. Preordain. Oh, sorry, they still have plays. Ooh. Yep. They bottom. What did the first preordain do? The first preordain top bottom. This one bottomed. I'll take one. A new Dreadhorde Arcanist. Well, my thoughts include Force, just kidding. Force pitching a Force negation on my Ancestral. A lot of stack here. Time Walk and a Narset. Okay, so we're gonna have to peck down that Narset, I believe. Or not. So they drew a land to go with everything else. Narset here. I think I counter the Narset, and then do I even need the swords? No. Sure, I'll take 2. We get tropical here. Exile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is on their own upkeep. Sure. You've got a lot of Dreadhordes. They could draw a Bolt in there, I guess. Earl is good. I don't know, that one's pissing me off. That's a good one. Do I need it? I don't need it. I'm a basic short. That'll do. That'll do. All right. So, Veil did some work. Swords are doing work. Thieving, Skydiver, maybe not. Mindbreak Trap, maybe not. Supreme Verdict, I would say maybe. Soul Guide Lantern, is that what I want versus Rest in Peace? I think Uro's what saved the day, so I think maybe I don't want Rest in Peace. I'm questioning whether I want another Flusterstorm. Like, I do, but I'm coming up against what gets cut. And I could see Coatl maybe, like, it's meant to jump out in front, but it's pyroblastable and boltable and swordsable. Did I see white? I wrote Jeskai down. Did I see white? No, weren't they Rug? I've already... We Flusterstormed. They played a Tundra. Okay. I'm not crazy. I do like that it flies. Like, I was like, why was I so confident that they were Jeskai? It's likely due to the fact that they were Jeskai, but I don't know. It could have been anything. They're keeping 7. I'm on the draw. Why am I playing so loose? Preordain. Top. I'm in danger. That's a hell of a draw. Wow. I kind of want all of this. So if I have to draw one card right now, it's probably Lotus. That would let me have Force of Negation. They did show us Daze. So if I were to run a Black Lotus into Daze, it would slow him down. Is that worth it? Maybe. See, now I should have played the Lotus. Alright, Ancestral Resolves. Wow. So keep in mind, we're drawing Tropical. No, we're drawing Soul Guide Lantern with Tropical under it. I mean, they Ancestral and then just played 3 artifacts. I don't... Maybe I should have kept the Skydiver. Skydiver? Sky Thief? Sky Thief? Skydiver. Skydiver is a rogue. He's a thieving Skydiver. Well, crap. This is bad news for me. Yep. Top, bottom. Mental misstep. What a blowout. We need to dig to that Wrath pretty fast. Dak Faden, huh? Dak Faden, huh? Why would you not plus it to find something else? That's so weird from you. I love my complete lack of green mana. You bolt me? No. I need balance. Balance would show them. I think there is a balance art that had a bunch of snow. That would have been thematic and flavorful. Drew 2 cards, found no cantrip, attacked for 5. How many lander in my deck? So we need to hit the land and the verdict in one draw stat. We could do it. I'll throw away a Mox Pearl, which would trigger my. Dig through time. Cool. Cool. Oh, hey, at least we're on the draw. They got Dak. It almost feels like they'll play into Mindbreak Trap. No, maybe not. Would Mindbreak Trap be better than Misdirection? Maybe we could get a quick Lavinia. Turn 1. Yeah. I think I get blue. You get Astrolabe. You can start to set things up. Whatever they do, you can Soul Guide Lantern it. And then I think Oko, they're mulliganing. I think Oko has the potential to take over any game. So. Now they could have Misstep. Does Misstep change anything? Would I want to get basic planes? Do I want to? The answer is no. Should I? No. The answer to all these questions is no. Can we draw? Dak, Island, Monastery Mentor, Red Elemental Blast, Swords to Plowshares. Sylvan Library is nice. So they're theoretically going to play. They don't have the mana to play both. So we could just get the card draw off Coatl to get something going. We could get. That turns off potential for Teferi. I think I would rather get a draw in response. I don't know. I kind of want this Sylvan in play. We'll see what they do. Okay, they play their island. Teferi that they drew. Well, if I don't pressure that, so currently, what's my best chance? So we found a new swords. The bigger issue is we didn't hit land. We would know that we're drawing this. So they're looking as a way to get their mentor and a red elemental blast. I think I need to cycle through here. I need to find the land so I can start pressuring. They pitched a swords and a brainstorm. Okay. Gosh. I think that's okay. Because they've already... No, they hadn't played a land yet. That's why I should have stopped it. That's my fault. I forgot they hadn't played a land yet. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. I forgot they hadn't played a land yet because they were stuck on 3 mana the previous turn. Still, that's what you ended up with? What is... This is what you ended up with? So you now have 2 lands in hand, a Monastery Mentor, and a red Elemental Blast? And here we go downhill because I can't fight back against everything. So I can't currently play a force. Hold on. We can swords Lavinia. Counter Mentor. Fluster the red Elemental Blast. It all just comes down to... Because we know that their cards are. They're 2 lands, red Elemental Blast, and Monastery Mentor. We ain't dead yet. I mean, we're getting there. Island. Okay. We knew that one. Time walk. Post combat, nothing. I mean, is Dak Faden gonna start stealing my stuff? No, they threw away the other land that we knew about. Sure. Oh my god! Come on! All they need to do is chain into a couple cards and we're just dead. Maybe they just won't get it, but... I need to, like, Oko and kill this thing. I can't really do both of them. Okay. So Ice Fang. I don't see how I don't die here, but Ice Fang for Snow Forest. I guess if we could dig to an Oko, maybe. Did that really work? Mystical Tutor. For an Ancestral on top. Okay. Still had all these. Okay. Okay. On top. Attack activating. Yes, please. Top. Top. Hi, buddy. Island. A food token. Okay. I would like to target your... We know Ancestral's coming is the big problem. We're down on clock a lot, but can we stay alive? I wish I could stop it, but I can't. I didn't think about the fact that they might draw into Bolt or all sorts of different stuff. Why is Soul Guide Lantern blacked out? I don't know if you can see it, but it's like blacked out on my screen. It's kind of weird. I'm going to block and pick up Lavinia. I mean, they could just draw swords and then I just die. Yep, they managed to figure it out. Oh, blowout. It was exactly enough. That was frustrating. Oh, that was frustrating. We were close. I think I took too much time a lot of times. I also didn't have the yield to everything set up. I think it was entirely possible we could have won that match. I think user error more than anything else there. But oh well. At least it felt like it was really close. So like it did come down to decisions I made, albeit wrong decisions, but I don't know. Oh well. Or I could have left myself. I should have not played the. I was more worried about them like finding a dig spell or dig through time or whatever. If I had not done that, I would still have 2 mana available to crack the food, so that when they swords, I crack the food and I stay at 3. Maybe that's what I needed to do. Oh, my phone's blowing up over here. I don't know what's going on. San Antonio, Texas? Seems unlikely. My dentist. All right. I'm all caught up on my phone notifications. Still waiting for a league opponent. Maybe it's good not to ruminate too much on what we could have done. I mean, it doesn't hurt to learn from it. We could look at the deck list. Well, I was going to flip over from this screen to look at the deck list, instead of looking at the deck list. There were a couple times we were short on available green mana, and that was just more a product of not having drawn Astrolabes there, so that I feel like we haven't really drawn Moxes that often. Maybe that's just me. I remember drawing Mox Pearl, and we had the Sapphire the other time. Maybe it's just Mox Emerald. Mox Emerald is the jerk here who hasn't shown up. Theoretically, if I would have had the Skydiver, I might have had a 2-power flying attacker. Whether that was ever relevant, I mean, they did steal. Was it a Mox? They stole an Astrolabe from us. Being able to poach a Mox back, not that it would make a huge swing, but when you're grinding like the little mana edges and stuff like that, it may. I think a lot of that third game of Sylvan Library just not finding anything, I think that is more a sign of the problem than anything else, is that we paid 4-8 life, if not more. And so when it came down to it, I needed to maybe be more defensive to let Sylvan dig me out of the problem. Drawing a Supreme Verdict would have been so hot against a Mentor, some friends, and you're like, what about no? Could have been cool. Could have been cool. Was not meant to be. Just a lot of not getting our lands on time, right, buddy? Well, I do want to say thank you to everybody who's hanging out with me tonight. Sitting 2-1 so far. We are playing in a wheel league. A wheel league is when my subscribers or resubscribers can suggest a single card strategy, an archetype, or a format they'd like to see. Today is archetype Snow, and we ended up choosing Snow isn't really necessarily viable in a couple formats anymore due to bannings. And I know that Matt Murray, Chubby Rain, had been experimenting, and they are my favorite brewer, so I reached out on trying to find an interesting list. So that's where we are. And I do think this is interesting that even for the power level of Vintage, it feels like we're competing. Now, we haven't faced Dredge or like Underworld Breed, like the types of things that are just like, oh, you think that's Vintage power level? No, that guy just played some creatures against you. The artifact shops, okay, maybe that's not. Or Bug, Tarmogoyf, and Deathrite Shaman. I guess I shouldn't knock it until... I mean, I'm 2-1. Could have been 3-0. We're not, but... Well, if you're watching and you like what you see, please consider following the channel. That does... I don't know if it really helps me with anything anymore, but it definitely makes me feel better about myself. And then you can find the content. I take the stream videos and I add chapters because I have been told that people like one video versus 5 videos. Because even though I put it together into a playlist, I upload it as 5 videos. And that apparently is very annoying. So sorry. But you can find me on YouTube at jpintermtg. And follow, like, comment, hit the bell icon. I still don't know what I'm supposed to say for YouTube. I just know that I'm doing it mainly for posterity, to have my older content somewhere, just because I've been streaming for a year now, and my first 6-7 months are gone forever because I didn't think to try to save it. And not saying any of that content was that great, but I would rather have it than not. So now I have this content, and it will be there forever until YouTube collapses. YouTube's never going to collapse, just like capitalism, unfortunately. And with that rant, we have found a new opponent. Maybe somebody queued up just to shut me up. Stompy Road. We are on the draw. Have we been on the draw 4 times? Wah, wah. Maybe we're not giving it a fair shake because all we do is are on the draw. Yeah, I'll keep this. It's got an Astrolabe. It's what I'm here for. Ancient Tomb, Mana Crypt, nice Flusterstorm, 7 mana. Sure. Knock yourself out, Foundry Inspector? That's not even impressive. Beep, beep. That's a problem. So I'm probably gonna die. Okay. If you have mental misstep, you hooligan. So unless they have another big hitter, I think Arcbound should eat that Mana Crypt. Lose a flip. It's never heads. Is this another Fleetwheel Cruiser? I'm glad I have my Flusterstorm available. Just a Ravager? Is that it? Just a lowly Ravager? Or what am I? I'm trying to say XX, Walking Ballista. Yeah. I have to admit, that's a hell of a draw, opponent. Hell of a draw. Suit up. Eat. Attack for 10. Throw. Yeah, we're dead. You should eat the Mana Crypt. Attack for 10. Eat everything. Throw the counters on the Ballista. Dead. Turn 2 kill. Impressive. Impressive. It has been before. The deck is... Oh, that was wrong. Or did you just have enough? In case something goes wrong here. You could play around swords there by keeping your other things around. So that's smart, actually. Yeah, there was a deck called Car Shops. I think technically it won the middle Eternal Weekend. That it's just another creature with only crewing for 2. There are, like Phyrexian Revoker, stuff like that. All right, force, verdict, claim. What else did we have? We have mental misstep. So we've got the Flusters, we have the Misdirection, Veil of Summer. Mindbreak Trap could counter something. I don't know if that's worthwhile. What would it be instead? I mean, it could counter something. Just like Force of Negation could counter something. Is there really anything here that's better? We could counter a Fleetwheel Cruiser. Well, no, Narset can randomly draw cards, but it doesn't impact them in any way. I mean, maybe Narset finding a Force of Vigor is better than a Mindbreak Trap. Force of Negation could hit a sphere. Force of Negation can hit something. Maybe we keep a Narset over. One sec. Sorry, that was my dad. He just got through a round of chemo today, so I will have to call him back. Anything else I want to change? No, I want Thieving Skydiver to thieve some stuff. Yes, I would like to play first. This hand isn't even any good. This hand isn't even any good. I guess we have Force of Wills, and we have a Swords to Plowshares. We can pick this up and replay it. I'm just hesitant. Hey, look, they have Strip Mine and Wasteland. How delightful. And they have a new Arcbound Ravager. I guess if I had gone double, they wouldn't have been able to get both. All right, so they're going for a Foundry Inspector here. Do we know what the other 5 cards are? We do. I mean, that's a touch greedy, but I also wanted to get my chance to have Astrolabe around. By taking the Ancient Tomb out of play, that'll do. Oh, I'm liking that. That makes me think I want to get Sylvan Library in play. Emerald, negation. No, we do this. Because then I can play this. And I can play this for a basic. And Sylvan. Now, if they play that Foundry Inspector, yoink! Come on, land Foundry Inspector. I will accept Mox Pearl Foundry Inspector. Resolves. Heck yeah, this is going to be sweet. That's one. Cast. I want that one. Thanks. Thieving Skydivers, greatest thief in the multiverse is Dak Faden. But other than him, when it comes down to that, whatever, I'm not changing anything. Let's go. Nice call, Steve, on the Narset. That would have been, what, a Mind Break trap? That would have sucked. That would have done nothing. Oh, I feel like this is, like, really close. No, it's not. It doesn't have any land. I mean, it has swords to plowshares, but, like, say they play a sphere, I'm dead in the water. And our deck is too good to be dead in the water to a sphere. Because, I mean, what? I'm going to play a Thieving Skydiver for 2 and steal something? No. Keep. We would be able to cast this before we could cast that. This feels prohibitive, but it could potentially get us out of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I probably should have. I was just being greedy. I was trying to think about, well, what's going to be the better sweeper, or what's going to be the better catch-up card, but probably not the 4 mana card is not the catch-up card. Right. That's even if we find the land, you know. We may never even get there. They spent their turn pumping Ballista, so I'll kill it. They've already shown us Wormcoil Engine, so I kind of don't want to get got by Wormcoil Engine. Although, the swords would have been better used on a Wormcoil Engine, you dungus. Yeah, what are you going to do with Nature's Claim? You're going to break it in half? Dummy. Oh. I would trade. No. Come on, man. Sure. Getting further and further away from doing anything. See, now I think I have to cash it in on the sphere. Oh! Yep. It's just frustrating that not all, like, with what we're holding in our hand, we're more powerful than that. We just literally can't cast anything. Why were you sandbagging those? That doesn't even make sense. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could just kill me here. Cool. That's frustrating. So I think the core is ridiculously powerful. As long as we can cast our spells, I don't know if we lose. Because so far, the loss to Jeskai came down to not having land after multiple Sylvans, and then that one. We're already playing 18 along with Moxes. I don't. Maybe another, like, as soon as you start putting in more lands, you're gonna start flooding out because you don't have the preordained for fixing. You just have Astrolabe, which is just a straight draw. So you're not necessarily gonna pick up anything there. I don't know. That's just. It's frustrating to lose what feels like you can't lose, but that's what happens. Sometimes you draw the right things, sometimes they do. Oh, that's just frustrating. Well, all right. 2 and 2. Okay, to be fair, to be perfectly fair, we don't necessarily. I don't want to say we never expect wheel decks to win, but it's more the entertainment value from what comes up on the wheel more so than anything else. Because let's just say, I don't know, for example, let's look at the wheel. Somebody wants me to play Neoform, Stoneforge Mystic. Oh, yeah, Thought Distortion. I understand Thought Distortion is a powerful card, but I'm supposed to play a competitive league with Thought Distortion in my deck and expect things to work out? Really? Really? I am overjoyed sometimes when we get a 3-2. So I can't be too grumpy. I mean, the fact that we started off with 2 wins maybe got me hyped up a little bit, but I don't know. It's 3-2 is a perfectly respectable wheel. 2 and 3 is probably where we're shooting for most of the time. Land, Ritual, Lotus, Thought Distortion. That's always an option, I guess. When they Mind Break Trap you, when you play your Dark Ritual, your Lotus, and your Thought Distortion, and they Mind Break Trap you, hello and good luck. Now, not me had an interesting list with like opposition agents and dark rituals, and it was almost like he was building like a lands thing. I think Thought Distortion slots right into that, because how much are you really expecting out of that deck anyway? Might as well ritual, Mox, Thought Distortion. Yeah, we're playing a main. We maybe should play some Chrome Moxes. Now, okay. If I play a Chrome Mox and I imprint a Thought Distortion on it, is that against the spirit of the wheel? Because Thought Distortion is playing a key part of that game. It is providing me black mana. Right? Right? Isn't it a role player? At least it's not Cat Oven. Although Cat Oven always did well. That was the thing about Cat Oven, is it always got its money back. It 3-2'd its way. It was like, you just might as well just book the 3-2 right ahead, because somebody's going to fall for it. Somebody is going to get got by Sanctuary Cat. No. Something cat. I've already forgot the cat that goes in the oven. Sanctuary Cat. No. I think if I Google cat oven, I'm going to get in trouble somehow. Cat oven deck. Cauldron Familiar. Why do I want to say Sanctuary? I don't know. It's wrong, so don't say Sanctuary because it's not correct. But I don't know. We have, and that's another thing. Like, over the history of time of 52 weeks of this year, what are my thoughts on PV's card? Okay. So it's 2 and a white for a 3/3 flyer. Okay. 2 and a white, 3/1 flyer When it enters the battlefield, look at your opponent's hand, exile non-land, and then for as long as it is exiled, the owner could play it, but it costs more. I mean, along with the other kind of taxing effects like Thalia and what's the Archon of Emeria messing with your opponents, different things like that, it doesn't reset if it dies. It says nothing about like as long as Elite Spellbinder, like if in response they kill Elite Spellbinder, right? Now, what I would wonder is, does the little thing saying the spell costs 2 more to cast, or here you go. So the only thing allowing them to play the card that he stole is the text here in play, right? Or does it create like a memory issue? Like this card that got exiled may be played and it costs 2 more? Or is it, I was going to say, are they only allowed to play it if PV is in play? And then PV is the thing that's taxing it 2 more. That's what I was saying, is if PV dies, is the card just gone forever? Or are they still allowed to play it? That's a clarification. I would just be I would like to know for sure, because that flavors what I think of the card as well. Because imagine you play the Elite and pick it up, play the Elite, pick it up, play like you steal all the cards in their hand, but they are forgotten, each time. You get it. What's the Eldrazi Blinker? Displacer. Get Elite Spellbinder Displacer, and you're just like shotgunning all the cards in your opponent's hand. Not bad, not bad. All right, match number 5. Put a bow on this snow. Maybe we'll get to be on the play for once. We've been on the draw 4 times. That doesn't necessarily help anything. And maybe I shouldn't write it down because it makes me a little angry. Or I could get over it. Or our opponent didn't want to play us. Just kidding. Here we go. We said we wanted to play against Breach. I didn't really mean it. And whatever, we're on the draw again. 5 times now. I don't know, it still seems decent, right? Spellbinder. What do they got? Turn 1, Preordain. Resolves. They topped. Never a good thing. I want to see if I can trick them with the Mindbreak Trap. That's 1. So this still gives me Coatl along with Mindbreak Trap? Get trapped. Ugh. I feel like I'm throwing up in my mouth a little bit. I mean, like, we just kind of got to get through it. I'm sorry. Our opponent apparently wants no part of our whatever the crap I was just doing. Apologies, opponent, if you didn't really feel like playing that one out, especially when I Swords to Plowshares your dude. But I'm not going to complain because that means this Wheel League paid for itself. And that's what we're in the mood for. So, all right, everybody. I guess, yeah, that is an official 3-2. We do count those. We count those all the way to the bank. Oh, but what that means is one Wheel League is down. How about the next Wheel League, right? So, as I was reading you all those things that are out there before, there could be format standard. I have to play Nick Fit, Omniscience, Neoform, Stoneforge Mystic, all sorts of interesting stuff. But until, I guess we have to spin that wheel. Noble Hierarch. I can work with that. I mean, that's literally the point. I can work with that. That's what we're here for. So, all right. See you. Well, okay. I'll be around Thursday. This coming weekend is the Vintage PTQ. I am not sold on yet whether I want to play in the Vintage PTQ. I still kind of want to work on Legacy, because as of right now, the QPs, I'm at 50... Whoa. I'm at 56 QPs. I'm pretty sure the first 40 I'm going to cash in is Legacy. So if I can magically get together some more, I would consider playing Vintage as well, but not right now. My move to Legacy, I have enjoyed it. I feel like I like Legacy a little bit more right now, but it has been fun to play Vintage the last 2 days, effectively be goofing around and still do well. Like, obviously, I'm going to enjoy doing well, but I think every once in a while it doesn't hurt to like shift gears, try something different, shift gears back, come back, oh, Vintage, how I've missed you, so I think this coming Thursday we're going to work on maybe some Legacy ideas, maybe some Vintage ideas, because I do have Good Friday off. Maybe we'll play the prelim at 2 and try to spike some more QPs. Then I can play both, right? So maybe that's what it'll be. It'll be Vintage practice. All right, we'll see. Thanks for watching today.